Well, good morning. Welcome to 2i, tables of equivalent ratios. So now that we've learned equivalent ratios, we're going to put them in tables to just keep them more organized. So a table that we're going to use is just a T-chart. Okay. All right. So we're going to have water and flour because to make paper mache, the art teacher mixes water and flour. For every 2 cups of water, she needs 3 cups of flour. Let's make some equivalent ratios. Now, yesterday we learned equivalent ratios, or at least we reviewed it, and we said you had to multiply or divide each side of the ratio by the same thing in order to get equivalent ratio. So let's use this as our beginning and times it by 2. Times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, now let's times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. Now I'm going to quit writing these and we're going to just figure this out. Times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 5 is 10. And 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, that's how you make equivalent ratios. Now let's do something similar, but we'll have a horizontal one. Horizontal this way. And we're going to talk about Javier. And Javier builds web pages for money. Okay? And if Javier can build 3 pages for $700, then we're going to figure some stuff out. Now, you could go through and build your table like this and do multiples of these. So go 3 times 2 is 6, and 700 times 2 is 1,400, and do that all along. Or we can look for something else. So if, let's say Javier wants to buy a car, just a small little used car, okay? But his used car costs $4,200. And we have to figure out how many web pages he needs to build in order to earn enough money to buy the car. Assuming, of course, no taxes, no insurance, no gas, no registration or license, all that kind of stuff. Let's just keep it simple. So what I suggest is you look for a relationship. How does 700 relate to 4,200? Huh? What do we have to do to the 700 to get to 4,200? In algebra land, here's what we would do. 700 times a variable is going to equal 4,200. So how do we solve for the p? Divide by 700, and then p equals 6. How'd you do that so fast? Well, if I divide each by 100, I get 42 divided by 7, and I know 42 divided by 7 is 6. What's this really saying? 700 times 6 equals 4,200. Now think back to equivalent ratios. If we did something to one side, that's right, we have to do it to the other side. So 3 times 6 is 18. Javier will need to make 18 pages in order to earn enough money for his car. All right, let's do another T-chart. And this time, we're going to have cornmeal and water. Cornmeal is going to be in cups. Water is going to be in gallons. Okay, so this girl's working at a nursery. And she has to water the plants with cornmeal juice in order to kill fungus. And how do you make cornmeal juice? Well, you take 2 cups of cornmeal, and 9 gallons of water, you mix it up, and you spray it on the plants. Sounds pretty awesome, okay? So if I had the question, what if we had 45 gallons of water and we needed to make cornmeal juice, how many cups of cornmeal would we need? Pause here a little bit and think about it, and then come back and see how you did. Oh, I hope you did good. Look for a relationship. So just like we looked for this 6 up here, what can we multiply the 9 by to get to 45? 9 times 5. So what do we have to do to the 2 to get to the corresponding number? Also times by 5. And 2 times 5? 10. She'd need 10 cups of cornmeal. Question. She forgot to go to the store. She's got to spray the plants. She has only 8 cups of cornmeal. How much water does she need? That's right. We're looking for a relationship. 2 times what gets me to 8 times 4. So I must do 9 times 4. 9 times 4 is 36. She'd need 36 gallons. Okay? So you should be able to find a pattern. If you list them all out, you should be able to find a pattern. One is multiples of this number. The other is multiples of this number. If we did these all the way out to 18, you'd notice these were all multiples. Oh, excuse me, I'm a little tired today. These would be all multiples, and 18 is in fact a multiple of 3. And these are multiples of that first number. Okay? All right, good luck.